Welcome to the Investing Podcast, presented by Tusk Media. For a quick audio and video check-in on the stock market, here's the Stock Market Power Lunch.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Investing Podcast. Thursday, August 25th. Have to check every time. The hardest part is remembering at lunchtime. You thought it was in the morning, but it's actually harder to know the date at lunchtime. So we're back, Investing Podcast. Andrew Hall,
Sam Frost,
the whiz kid, with us today. Welcome back. It's been a while.
Yeah, it has been a while. We've kind of hit a dry streak.
Dry streak for sure. You and I went to lunch yesterday, power lunch. Handled things, figured things out. Thought we would get back and do a podcast, but at that point it's too late. It's pretty late right now. It's 2 o'clock, but this is still power lunch. We're glad to be here. We don't have a whole lot to say, but we'll jump in. Markets still down just a little bit. Not moving a whole lot. Kind of a slow week. Everybody's waiting on Yellen tomorrow.
Yeah, very slow.
But
one of Bloomberg's big articles today said the market is really quiet.
Ooh,
so that's
really
yeah, really
quiet. So Dow down 20, which is basically where futures were. S&P down 13 bips. NASDAQ down 7 bips, Global Dow down 31 bips. Oil ruining the redgasm, up just a little bit, up about 0.25% to $46.89 per barrel. Everybody is looking really forward to tomorrow. Hearing Janet Yellen talk, I misspoke this morning because I was talking just so casually that we're not actually going to get a rate hike tomorrow. I can actually guarantee that. But I think the hand will be shown to us as to what we're getting. So this morning I both said we'll get it tomorrow and in September, which guess what, guys? Still August. So still got that going in our favor. What are you thinking? What's she gonna say?
You know what? I think it's going to be a lot of the same. Just kind of, economic indicators are looking good. We're still looking for continued strength. Basically, just hinting at there will be a rate hike before the end of the year, but they're not trying to jump on anything too fast and want to really make sure that the economy is moving in the right direction, that we're approaching the 2% inflation target before anything happens. And I'm sure they always want more data, and I'm sure that's what they're going to be waiting for.
They're data starved, and they kind of wait on all that. I said this morning, I feel a little more likely that we're going to see one in September than I have at any point previously. But I think I still, to add to my commentary this morning, after thinking on it deeply for about 4 hours, I don't think we're going to hike in September.
And I agree. And a lot of people want to point fingers at the Fed and say they screwed up for so many years, leaving the rate so low, and they waited so long to move it back up. I think that they are smart enough and disciplined enough to not say, okay, we need to hurry up and raise rates just to say that we did it right. I think if worst case scenario, they never raise rates and then we slip back into another recession, it's kind of like, well, this is what we needed to do. We didn't just raise rates just to try to prove that we were right. And then that pushes back towards like a recession or make it tougher for the markets and stuff. So
discipline, you think, is the key. Speaking of discipline, your doubles partner was out here this morning talking about the big victory. You and Ben crushed, from what I heard, and I want to hear your take on it, but just absolutely demolished the unit, Matt Krebsbach, and the intern, Garrett Palmer. What were your thoughts on the matchup yesterday?
Yeah, so it started off, actually, believe it or not, as easily as we won. We lost the first set.
Really?
Really. And so that was kind of a shocker, and I think that really just kind of like put me and Ben into the zone. I was like, wait a second, these guys are out here to play. We need to quit just messing around.
So you started playing with your dominant hand. Right,
we started playing. I started not missing shots on purpose and actually hitting everything in and stuff. And it was just downhill from there for the unit.
So total damage is what I'm hearing. I said this morning, I'm really hoping we start to have kind of some rivalries happen. I would love the ill will that we see or hear about, at least on a tennis court, start spilling into PM meetings. I'd like to get a little more animosity. I think we all get along too well, and I think we're going to go a long way in ramping up that animosity. Tonight, Narwhal, insiders only, little poker tournament going on. We got the brisket cooking. We might have a drink. We might have a cigar. But we're definitely playing poker. Give you the quick rundown of the lineup. People playing. You're going to be there. Whiz Kid Sam Frost.
Number 1.
Myself. Intern Garrett Palmer. The unit Matt Krebsbach. Ben Nye. And then the hammer himself, John from Compliance. He's going to make an appearance. Coming out of the Compliance cave to play some poker. Who's winning? got to pick somebody.
So if I had to say who's going to win, I'm going to have to lean towards Scotty.
Okay.
I think Scotty, he's still in college. He still plays a lot of poker. So he knows how to win. I think if we start breaking out who plays the best, I think I'd play the best.
Whoa.
I'm not going to lie. I think I'm going to play the best. But I
But
think
it's not
Scotty,
going to get you far enough.
Right, because there's only so much. Me and the intern Garrett were talking earlier, numbers and playing right by the book only gets you so far. You got to have some luck. You got to be a little bit creative. Y'all have all met Scotty before. That's a creative kid.
Very creative kid.
He's going to figure it out.
I will go against you on this, but same vein of thinking. I'm actually picking, and I can't believe I'm doing this because he's awful at everything he's ever done, but Garrett. I'm picking intern Garrett, who's right here behind the camera. I'm picking him to win.
Yeah.
I picked it. I told Krebs about that. I think he's going to win. And ironically, I had Scotty in my pool of people who definitely won't win.
Really?
Including myself, John, and Scotty. I think what's probably going to happen is eventually, like, me and John are just going to give up and focus on the brisket. And I don't think Scotty's going to have the focus and the energy and the commitment to take this thing home, because I think Garrett would just as soon still be playing poker this time tomorrow.
Right.
So I think he's got that stamina. I don't
So,
know if Scotty does.
I do want to touch on that because when I was trying to debate, I was actually debating between Garrett and Scotty. Garrett's got a lot of the same stuff going that Scotty does. They live together. They play poker together.
Yeah.
Those who live together, those who play together, stay together, and win
Maybe
together.
win poker together.
Yeah.
So we got that. Anybody you think's definitely not going to win?
Definitely not. John's coming out real strong. He's real focused. He's already talked about something like wanting to fight me, actually.
I could see John fighting.
And so I don't know, he might get eliminated or kicked out of the game for like unsportsmanlike conduct.
We do need to get some yellow flags.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty
So
awesome.
if someone's getting a yellow flag, maybe like a red card or something.
Yeah, we need some kind of system for John. We got to keep him in control. I feel like 9 to 5, he keeps us in check. After 5, the guy is a wild card.
Yeah.
Totally nuts. I thought you were about to throw the football. Garrett's holding the football like he's a quarterback. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be a fun night. We're going to tweet about it. So follow us at Tusk Media LLC. Live coverage, at least until I leave. They might still be going on. Then we're going to pass the torch. Somebody else is going to tweet about it. It's going to be fun. I'm going to tweet out my hand every time so that our hundreds of followers can kind of really get behind these gears, see what it's like to have a genius's brain. So it should be a good time. That's all we got. Investing podcast. We're going to be back tomorrow. Big time tomorrow. I don't know if you've even heard this, but tomorrow at about 10:20, we're going to do a live broadcast with reaction to Janet Yellen.
Oh, nice.
So it's going to be good. Sam has decided that he's actually going to do an impression of Janet Yellen, so it should be pretty fun. That's all we got. Y'all have a great night. Hit subscribe, leave us a 5-star review, follow us on Twitter, all that good stuff. Talk to you soon.
Tusk Media is a subsidiary of Narwhal Capital Management. Ratings and reviews of Tusk Media content are not to be construed as endorsements of opinions, analysis, or services offered by Tusk or its parent company. The opinions and predictions shared here are professional beliefs at the time of publication. We are not under duress from any of the corporate entities mentioned. This is not a solicitation to take any particular action. Although we are investment advisors, this information should not be considered investment, legal, or tax advice. We strive to be as impartial, insightful, and accurate as possible. We base our opinions, analysis, and calculations on information we believe to be reliable, but we cannot guarantee its accuracy. We can, however, guarantee that our opinions will sometimes be flat out wrong due to a variety of factors. Employees and clients of Narwhal Capital Management may or may not hold positions in the securities detailed and may or may not hold these positions in the future. A full list of all securities purchased, sold, or held during the 12 months preceding the date of this publication can be provided upon request. Unless otherwise noted, all data accessed via MarketWatch or the Bloomberg terminal. Past performance does not guarantee future results. A copy of Narwhal's Form ADV is available at the SEC's website, www.advisorinfo.sec.gov, or from Narwhal upon written request.